How to fight Chris as Tron. This is one of Tron's toughest and strongest knowledge check matchups. Tron naturally loses to Chris, but there's some things about this character that you can get away with if you can beat him correctly. So what does Chris want to do? He wants to zone. These revolvers hurt so much, and it's really hard to Gustav fire. You need to time it perfectly. So it's like you might as well not even go for it. If you can just block it, it doesn't do that much chip. And if he does jump to revolver, feel free to use that approach as like a get in. Start wave dashing in on him. And that goes for anybody who super jumps. Just try to get in on him. So that's one thing. He's going to want to shoot those revolvers. Another one that hurts him, or rather hurts us by doing this, but we can counter it, is if he puts down his traps. That is not his trap. Okay, it's his DP. Got it. Okay. So if he puts down a trap, right, each one does something different, and you have to approach each one differently. So with this trap, you can actually nullify it by box dashing and S. But you have to space it correctly, because look what happens when you get too close. You actually get hit by the trap. And then if you're too far, you just hit the trap, or you miss it completely and get hit anyway. So you want to kind of be in like this. If I'll turn on the zone graph real quick, you kind of want to be in like around here. So not completely full screen, but you want to be like in the mid zone area in order to get that off. So let's see. Yeah. So that's the first trap. The second trap, the most annoying one. Actually, is there another one? Isn't that supposed to go into fire? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so his medium one, which kind of just blows up. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So let's just talk about the heavy one. So if he throws out heavy, let's just say he's spamming it, right? Same thing. You can actually, there's two parts in here. Think deeply about this. You can actually cancel the canister. Well, I thought you could actually. You should be able to cancel the canister with the projectile. It should be able to blow up like that early. That's not what you want, unfortunately. But you can cancel out the fire with your S if you do it right. Same thing. Grounded projectile, she can cancel. See? If you just walk in the fire. So what does that mean? What you do is, as he's throwing it, try to jump in an S, kind of like the same way you did. Or jump in an H, box dash H. That way the fire gets nullified behind you, and you hit Chris in front of you, like that. That's what I was aiming for. It's really hard. So if he's throwing grenades, I suggest just jump, super jump, dash, get behind him, drill. So if you catch him, boom. And if you don't catch him, then you just gotta reset. Hopefully, you know, he goes into his revolvers, and maybe you could punish, Gustav, drill. Those are some of the harder matchups. And now that's not even talking about his assists. So the team I picked here, this is for Mickey's team. What he usually does is, how do you do it? You call your assist, then flame, shoot guns. And your flame is his flame is really hard to deal with. It's basically the same properties as Gustav. So you don't want to just run into him blindly, because you just get hit. But you can get a super jump off. You can get a super jump off and get a happy birthday. So this is what you're going to want to do. Try to super jump, get those happy birthdays off of that. Now, if you're playing a Strider team, we'll deal with that in the Strider section, how to deal with Vajra assist. Chris doesn't really have any good assists. His supers, again, if you try to counter it, maybe you should just block. Maybe you get a king. Not even. It's not even worth it. Just block it out. Maybe some ask in the Discord. They might know more detailed answers to Chris, but that's pretty much his matchup. Just keep playing with those box dashes in order to get your punishes.